स्थापकाय च धर्मस्य सर्वधर्मस्वरूपिणे अवतारवरिष्ठाय रामकृष्णाय ते नमः. Namaskar to all of you. Welcome to the study of Devi Mahatmyam or Durga Saptashati or Chandi. We shall begin our study by chanting the meditation verse on Mahakali. Mahakali Dhyanam. I am going to chant that. Please repeat this verse after me. Om Khadgam Chakragadeshu Chapaparighān. Om Khadgam Chakragadeshu Chapaparighān. Shulam Bhushundim Shiraha. Shulam Bhushundim Shiraha. Shankham Sandhadatim Karaistrinayanam. Shankham Sandhadatim Karaistrinayanam. Sarvanga Bhushavritam. Sarvanga Bhushavritam. Yam hantum madhukaitavau jalajabhustuštava supteharau. Yam hantum madhukaitavau jalajabhustuštava supteharau. Nilashmadyutimasya padadashakam. Nilashmadyutimasya padadashakam. Seve Mahakalikam. Seve Mahakalikam. We shall now go into the learning of the chanting. We had learned to chant up to the 7th verse, and also we had studied the meaning. Now we shall chant from verse 8 onwards. Amatyair balibhirdustair. Amatyair balibhirdustair. Durbalasya duratmabihi. Durbalasya duratmabihi. Kosho balam chapahritam. Kosho balam chapahritam. Tatrapi swapure tataha. Tatrapi swapure tataha. Tato mrgaya vyajena. Tato mrgaya vyajena. हृतस्वाम्यः स भूपतिः हृतस्वाम्यः स भूपतिः एकाकी हयमारुह्य एकाकी हयमारुह्य जगामगहनं वनं जगामगहनं वनं सतत्राश्रमम् अद्राक्षीत् सतत्राश्रमम् अद्राक्षीत् द्विजवर्यस्य मेधसः द्विजवर्यस्य मेधसः प्रशान्तश्वापदाकीर्णं प्रशान्तश्वापदाकीर्णं मुनिशिष्योपशोभितं मुनिशिष्योपशोभितं तस्थौ चित्सकालञ्च मुनिना तेन सत्कृतः मुनिना तेन सत्कृतः इतश्चेतश्च विचरन् इतश्चेतंश्च विचरन्स्तस्मिन् मुनिवराश्रमे तस्मिन् मुनिवराश्रमे सोचिन्तयत्तदा तत्र सोचिन्तयत्तदा तत्र ममत्वाकृष्टमानसः ममत्वाकृष्टमानसः. We have now learnt the chanting up to the 12th verse from 8th verse. Amatyair balibhir dustair durbalasya duratmabhihi kosho balam chapahritam tatrapi swapure tataha tato mrigaya vyajena hritaswamyam sa bhupatihi hritaswamyah sa bhupatihi ekaki hayamaruhya jagama gahanam vanam satatra ashramam adrakshit satatra ashramam adrakshit द्विजवर्यस्य मेधसः प्रशान्तः श्वापदाकीर्णं मुनिशिष्योपशोभितं तस्थौ कञ्चित् सकालञ्च मुनिना तेन सत्कृतः इतश्चे विचरन्स्तस्मिन् मुनिवराश्रमे सो चिन्तयत् तदा तत्र ममत्वाकृष्ट मानसः. So this is the way to chant these verses from 8 to 12. We shall do some revision and then go to the meaning of the verses which we studied just now. So it started with Rishi Markandeya. Markandeya Uvacha said, Savarnihi Suryatanayo Yo Manuho Kathyateshtavaha Nishamaya Tadutpattim Vistarad Gatato Mama. Yaha, he who Savarnihi Suryatanayo is Savarni, the son of Surya, Katyateshtamaha, said to be the eighth Manu, Tadutpattim, about his birth, Vistarat Gatato, I will explain in detail. Mama, Nish, pay attention attention to my words. Now, Markandeya is telling this to his disciple. Pay attention to my words. I will explain in detail about the birth of Savarni, son of Surya, the sun. That is Surya. Sun means not S-O-N, sun, S-U-N, sun. Surya. So he was the son of Surya, Savarni, who is considered the eighth Manu. Pay attention to me as I speak about Manvantara, about Savarni, all that thing I have explained in detail in the last class and the other class too. So I will not go to the details again. Then Mahamaya Anubhavena Yatha Manvantaradipaha Sa Babhuva Mahabhagaha Savarnihi Tanayohu Ravehe Saha He Savarni, it's the name. Mahabhagaha, fortunate one, great one. Mahabhagaha is just like here we use the term Maharaj, that Mahabhagaha, Mahodayaha, that means it is respectful, great one. Tanayoho Ravehe, son of Ravi or Surya, Tatha, how he Bhabuva became Manvantaradipaha, Lord of the Manvantara. I explained. The happening is in the second Manvantara, but he became the Lord of the Manvantara in the eighth Manvantara. Where are we now? Seventh Vaivasvata Manvantara. All that I have explained in the last class. Mahamayano Bhavena. How did he get it? By the grace of Mahamaya, the Divine Mother. Who is this Mahamaya? The power, the energy, Shakti of Parabrahman or God. That is Mahamaya. So by her grace, he could become the Manu of the eighth Manvantara. So if you want anything, if you chant, if you get the grace of Mahamaya, you can attain anything. I will inform you as to how, by the grace of Mahamaya, the Divine Mother, that fortunate, that great Savarni, son of Surya or Ravi, became Lord of the Manvantara. So you came to know the meaning of those verses. I have repeated it. It is just like revision. Then the next verse is Swarochishendare Purvam Chaitravamsha Samudbhavaha Suratho Nama Raja Bhut. Then there Samaste Kshitimandale Purvam, long ago. As I told you, when is that long ago? How long ago? Maybe millions of years. I can't go to those so many years because Manvantara, second Manvantara. We are in the seventh Manvantara. One Manvantara gets so many millions of years what we are. So you can count. You go to our last class, you can get all the details of that. So long ago, Swarochishendare, during the reign of Swarochishamanu. So every Manvantara is named after one Manu. So that was second was Swarochishontare, Swarochisha Manu. Surataha Nama, by the name of Suratha. So Surata is the name of this king. As I told you, the meaning, Su means good, Ratha means chariot. One who had a good chariot. That's the name, Suratha. So if you literally translate in today's language, it is Su means good, Ratha means car. So one who has a very good car, you can tell. So literally translated, it will be like that. So in those days, it was the horse-drawn chariot. And also you saw recently in Puri Jagannatha, the Lord Krishna, his sister Subhadra, his brother Balarama, they were drawn in chariot, their Rathayatra, Jagannatha Rathayatra. So that is Ratha, chariot. In those days, it was pulled by horses. Even now, your car, your any other motor, is measured. How is it measured? By the power called HP. What is HP? Horsepower. So even now, because of those older days, it was pulled by horse. So even now you measure the power by horsepower. How much HP? 1 HP, 2 HP, 3 HP. That is what you tell. So he had, his name itself is Surata. Su means good, Ratha means chariot. So Surataha Nama, by the name of Surata. The name has a lot of meaning in it. After all these things, I'm going to take up the name Surata. Another person comes, Samadhi, that he is a Vaishya, a businessman. Then they go to the Rishi, who will be like their guru. So what is his name? Medhas. So what is the meaning of Medhas? What is all the connection between these names? I will explain as we go on further. So now, just keep it in your mind. Surata, why that name? I'm going to explain you later on. So Chaitra Vamsha Samudbhavaha is born in the clan of King Chitra. Just like Lord Ramachandra is born in the Ikshvaku Vamsha or Raghu Vamsha, great kings. That lineage was recognized by the great king in that lineage. So Rama's thing is called Ikshvaku Vamsha or Raghu Vamsha. Likewise, this Surata is born in the lineage of the great king Chitra. So here it is told as Chaitra Vamsha Samudbhavaha, born in the clan of King Chitra. Raja Abhut. See, there it is Raja Abhut. Raja Bhut. So when we are separating the words, there are two words, Raja Abhut, meaning became the king. Raja means king, Abhut means he became. Samaste Kshiti Mandale, over the expanse of entire earth. Kshiti means this earth, Bhumi. Long ago, during the reign of Swarochishamanu, that is the second Manvantara, the entire earth was ruled by this king Surata, born of the Chaitra clan. So that is the meaning. Now Markandeya is telling his disciple Krisustuki Bhaguri the story of Surata. Then the next verse is Tasya Palayataha Samyak Praja Putran Nivaurasan Babhuvu Shatravo Bhupaha Kola Vidvamsinastada Tasya Palayataha. Now he is the king over the expanse of the whole earth, and the long ago in the second Manvantara, how was he ruling? He cared for his subjects as if they were his children, just like his children. Tasya Palayataha, he cared for or protected them. Samyak. Samyak means very good, in a very good manner. Praja. Praja means subjects. So Samyak here, Samyak Praja, his subjects with great equanimity, with great love. How was that love he used to show to his? Now the politicians are like the kings. How do they look after you? They are selfish. They don't care for you. But how are they to look after? Like Ramachandra, Ramarajya, he used to look after all the subjects just like his own children and used to take care of them with great care. Even when one person, a subject, that to who? A washerman, he made some comment, that to not directly, somewhere indirectly. What did he do? Through the espionage or through the Guptacharas, Guptacharas means the spies, the news came to Rama that one of the subject is telling like this. Immediately, Rama took action. So it was not even direct, indirectly somewhere. So how much care? That too, to what extent? See, he didn't care for his selfish hand. whom the Sita, the Divine Mother Sita, whom he loved, who is the avatar of Lakshmi, because of that one word of that washerman in the subject, he sent Mother Sita to the forest. That means he didn't care for his own personal selfish end, but he was caring so much for the praja, to the subject. That is Lord Ramachandra. That is the ideal for the rulers, for the king. That is how the politicians have to take care of the subjects. They are ideal. Lord Ramachandra ruled like that. So here, this person also, Samyak Praja, he cared for, he protected his subjects with great love. How? Aurasan, Putran Iva, as if they were his own sons. How great care the mother and the father take care of their own son. It is like that he used to take care of his subjects. Tada, then Kola Vidvamsinaha. They are a clan, Kolas. They tell the people who have done the research that the tribe, Kola people, their tribe lineage, they are still existing in some parts of India, Kolas. So Kola Vidvamsinaha means the vanquishers of the Kola. So there were some kings who had vanquished Kolas. Now they joined with this tribal people, Kola, and also the vanquishers, the king, they all joined together. Now they all become united. Then what did they do? Babhuva, Shatravo Bhupaha. They became the enemies of this King Surata. They attacked him. They all united together and attacked this good king. Surata protected his subjects well, as if they were his own sons. Then the kings who were vanquishers of the Kolas became his enemies. When somebody becomes enemy, what is the meaning of that? He's going to trouble you. He's going to harm you. So that is what happened now. So what did it happen? Tasyatair abhavat yuddha ati prabaladandinaha nyunairapi sa tair yuddhe kola vidvamsibhir jitaha. Now, ati prabaladandinaha, having been trained in mighty warfare. So Surata was not an ordinary king. He was trained in warfare. He was an expert in warfare. Very brave. So, Ati Prabaladandinaha, having been trained in mighty warfare, Tasya, of him, this Surata, what happened? Tair, a battle had to be confronted. Taihi Abavat Yuddhe, a battle had to be confronted. Yuddhe, in the battle, what happened? Sa Jitaha. He, what you call, Surata, though he was very great in battle, but even then he was defeated. How were these people, the Kola Vidvamsinaha, those people, the tribe and other people, they were not so trained. But even then he was defeated. Taihi Kola Vidvamsibihi, by the vanquishers of the Kola, Nyunairapi, not any others. Though King Surata was very well trained in warfare, he had to engage in battle because they had become the enemies. Where, though he was a great king, he was a very great warrior, he lost to his enemies. The Kola vanquishers were not even trained as well as this person, but even then he was defeated. So what does that show? You may be the best. You may be anything for that sake, but when your time comes, when your karma is not good, anything can happen. So in life, you can't be always victorious. Life is not a bed of roses any time. According to our karma, we may get bad failures too. So you can see such a great king. who looked after his subjects with great care, like his own children. Then too, and he was a great warrior. He was defeated by very ordinary people who were not even trained properly. Tataha swapuramayato nijya deshadipo abhavat akrantaha sa mahabhagastaistada prabalaribihi. So, tadataihi prabalaribihi, then by the strong enemies, saha mahabhagaha, that great King Surataha, akrantaha, was attacked. Tataha swapuramayataha, then because he was defeated by them, he came back to his own kingdom. Because earlier he was ruling the whole world, Kshiti, Samasta Kshiti. But now when he was defeated, he had to retreat to his own kingdom. So then entering his own city, Tataha Swapura Ayataha, then entering his own city, Nija Deshadipaha Abhavat, he became ruler only within his kingdom. He lost everything. Earlier he was the emperor of the whole world, ruling the whole world, Kshiti, the Prithvi itself he was ruling. Now he was defeated by ordinary kings, and now he had to rule only his kingdom within his region. The great king was further attacked by his powerful enemies. He was driven to the confines of his own region, and there alone he remained as a ruler. So did it stop here? That bad luck or the challenges, the problem, did it stop here? No. See, when the difficulties come, when the challenges come in your life, they come in groups. Difficulties after difficulty, difficulties after difficulty. What happened now? Amatyair balibhir dushtaihi durbalasya duratmanihi kosho balam chapahratam tatrapi swapure sataha. So now, tatrapi swapure sataha, there in his own kingdom, in his own city, kosho balancha, the wealth and the weapons, durbalasya, of the weak, because he had become weak in warfare, he had lost everything now. What happened? Apahrutam. It was all stolen, seized. By whom? By his own ministers, by his own servants, by his own people. Deserted him because he has become weak now. If you are strong, you will be respected. Might is always right. But now you have become weak. Even ordinary ministers, the bad people in his kingdom, they took advantage of now the weakness he had into. So his treasury, money, they looted him. Just like recently we saw in the, the tornado in Tongat. The tornado took away the roof and destroyed. Okay, people were in distress. What happened then? The people from the settlement or the slum, they came and started robbing them. First of all, they are in no roof, they can't have a house. All this was stolen. Likewise here, he's already weak. He has lost his kingdom. He's only ruling in his own place. But what happened? The Prabalaribihi, the strong enemies, they attacked him there too. Not only that, he was now looted by his own people, amateurs, his servants. Dushta. Dushta means bad people. What did they do? In the city, the wealth and the weapons, durbalasya of the weak, apahrutam, was seized by Amatyir balibhir dushtaihi duratmanihi, by the cruel and the powerful ministers who were prone to evil. They looted everything in his own city, in his own palace. Now he became alone. Everybody deserted him. While he was in the city, the weak King Surata's wealth and weapons were seized by his cruel and powerful ministers who were prone to evil. See, such bad condition he's in. Now, the king, what will he do now? He's in dire situation. Once, he was the ruler of the whole, the emperor of the whole earth. Now he's deserted by his own people, own servants. He lost everything. Such is the condition. Tato mrigaya vyajena. Now hataswamya sabhupatihi. Now I think we chanted the verses from today, the 8th verse. So now that is the meaning. We have come to the verse, the 8th verse, which we have chanted. Now we'll go in detail. It was only earlier. I revised the earlier verses. Now I'm taking you through the details of what we have chanted today, the 8th verse. Having lost control over his kingdom, Surata climbed his favorite horse and set out for hunting animals. Now, see, you are in distress, you are troubled, you are deceived, deserted by your own people. Now, he's in very bad condition, worried, depressed. So now, on some pretext, he has to go out of the kingdom. Who knows, they may kill him also, or they may do much more harm. So making hunting is a pretext. He took his favorite horse and he went to the forest as if he was going to hunt. He can't now express, I'm weak. He can't cry because he's the king. He was the emperor. He was such a great, bold man. Can he sit depressed and crying there? No. So to come out of that, what did he do? He didn't stay there and worry and cry, but he took his horse. In the pretext of going to hunting, he entered the forest. What is that verse telling here? This verse is telling, Tataha mrigaya vyajena hrataswamya sabhupatihi ekaki hayamaruhya jagama gahanam vanam. Tatho, then Hataswamya, with his kingdom removed, Sa Bhupatihi Mrigaya Vyajena, the king went for hunting animals. Ekaki Hayamaruhya, all alone he climbed or mounted his horse. Gahanam Vanam Jagama, so deep forest, very dense forest. Gahanam Vanam Jagama, set out towards deep forest. So now, what does Master used to tell always? When you are in the world, you should be now and then retiring to solitude. You should go to solitude, where one forest or your own mind or in some corner of your house. But now, wherever he goes, people are deserting him. So how to go to solitude and start introspecting? Now this person, Surata, he went into deep forest, dense forest where nobody was there, no people. So he wanted solitude. So that's why Gahanam Vanam Jagama, set out towards the deep forest. Having lost control over his kingdom, Surata climbed his horse and set out for hunting animals. He traveled all alone into the forest. That is what we saw in the 8th verse, which we chanted just now. What is that? Amatyair balibhir dustair durbalasya duratmabihi kosho balam chapahrutam tatrapi swapure tataha tato mrigaya vyajena hataswamya sa bhupatihi ekaki hayamaruhya jagama gahanam vanam. That is the 9th verse. Even in his own city, the king, now bereft of strength, was robbed of his treasury and army by his own powerful, vicious and evil disposed ministers. Thereafter, deprived of his sovereignty, the king left alone on horseback for a dense forest under the pretext of hunting. Now we shall go to the meaning of the 10th verse onwards. Satatrashramam adrakshit dvijavaryasya medasaha prashantaha. Now when he went to that forest, deep, dense forest is going on simply, then very far into the forest, he saw there a beautiful ashrama, a hermitage of a very great sage called Medhasaha. Medhas, his name was Medhas. Satatrashramam Adrakshit. There in the dense forest, when he had moved deep into the forest alone on the horse, there he saw a beautiful ashrama, a beautiful hermitage. Dvijavaryasya Medhasaha. So that Rishi Medhasaha was the best amongst the Dvijas. What is meant by Dvija? Dvija means twice born. Dvija is the term used for the twice born. What is meant by twice born? How can we be born again? We are born once. We can understand. So first, biological. From our biological mother, from the womb of the mother, we are born. How can you be born for the second time? So Dvija means, Dvi means two. Ja means birth. How can you have a second birth? I think in some of the songs of, what do you call, you sing on the Christmas carol. So that you can see that some words are there. Twice born, again, all that thing, you can find it there. Here, Dvija means you are born again in the birth of knowledge, in the kingdom of knowledge. So this is only the animal kingdom. There it is the kingdom of knowledge. You are born again in the kingdom of knowledge. That is why it is called Dvija. So you get educated, you are highly educated in those days. What was the knowledge they were getting? They were getting the knowledge of Vedas. They used to study Vedas, our great scriptures, all the scriptures. So they were wonderful knowledge they were getting. And those people, not only they would study, they dedicated their life for studies. Now, other people, they study, and what do? They come out and they want to enjoy the life. They may do some trade, or they may become king or something, whatever. After getting educated, you go for earning money. But the rishis, these people, they don't want that. They don't want enjoyment. They go to the forest, they learn, they meditate, they want to realize the higher truth, and they will stay. They sacrifice all the luxuries and stay in the forest to meditate. And if they have any knowledge, they will teach it to the other people. They serve the people, and they lead such a peaceful life, wonderful life of ahimsa, and very good life. So here they are born to the kingdom of knowledge, wisdom. That's why twice born, Dvija. But generally it was termed for Brahmanas there. But this is the true meaning. It is not by birth, but by the dint of your character and the work you do, you become a Dvija. Janmana jayate Shudraha. When we are born, all of us are Shudras. Samskarat Dvija uchate. By getting samskara, good culture, you become a Dvija. By getting good knowledge, you will become a Dvija. Then samskarat Dvija uchate. Then Veda patantu vipraha. When you learn, get the knowledge and realize the truth, then you are called Vipra. Then when you are really called a Brahmana, Brahmagnanantu Brahmana. When you realize God, then only you are called Brahmana. It is not by birth, but by the work you do, but by the quality you have. You become a Dvija, a Vipra, or a Brahmana. So many people, they don't understand. They think it is by birth. It is not by birth. It is because there may be some advantages in the birth. If you are born into a family of good people, naturally you will get all the good nature. But the pea, the plant, you see, pea, we get peas, we eat that pea, that leguminous seed, whatever, that sim, or whatever you call the beans and other things, they're born in the soil or dirty place, but they give that beautiful pea. Where is the lotus born? It is born in the mud, slime, and other dirty place. But the lotus will be always going towards the sun. Wherever you may be born, whatever might be your birth, but by the dint of your good nature, the good work you do, so you can become any bee, can become a Brahmana, a Vipra, a Dvija. So it is the work you do, the good nature you have, makes you these things. It is not simply by birth. Advantage by birth is there. But suppose now a person is born in the doctor's family. So can that child become a doctor? The father may force him to become a doctor because he likes he's a doctor. But the child may not have that nature to become a doctor, the capacity to become a doctor. His liking may be somewhere else. So now somebody is a lawyer. His children, the father will force, the mother will force him to become a lawyer. He doesn't like, he might like to become a software engineer or something else. Now his life will be spoiled. So whatever your is true nature, whatever the work you do makes you a Dvija. It is not by birth. Suppose the father and mother are in the army or military or police, and the son or the daughter is born. They want him also to become a military official. This fellow cannot even hear the sound of a firework. Even a small firework makes dumb, he is afraid and he will run away. How can he go to the military and become this thing and burn the bombs and give the howitzers and the bombs and other things? He can't. So they should not be forced. So it is not by birth. It is by the dint of your character, the nature, and by the dint of your work. Okay. Is there any example in our scriptures that people were born into some family, afterwards they became something? Yes. So many things, so many examples you can find. What about Parashurama, one of the avatars? He was born into the family of Brahmana, Chamadagni Rishi and Renuka Devi. But by the dint of his, by the dint of his quality and nature, the work he did, he became a Kshatriya warrior, Parashurama. So he was by the nature, he became a Kshatriya. Any other examples? Vishwamitra, the great king. He was a king. What was his original name? His name was Kaushika. He was a Raja, a great king, emperor, Maharaja, Kaushika Maharaja. So he was born into Kshatriya family, a warrior family. But by his tapasya, but by his work, but by his nature, what did he become? He became a great Brahmana Rishi. And what did he give us? The Gayatri mantra which we chant is discovered by this great Rishi. But who was he? He was a king by birth. What about Vasishta Maharshi? He was not at all a Brahmana, birth of Brahmana. What about Vyasa Maharshi? His mother was a fisherwoman. But he became a great Rishi. He gave us divided the Vedas, all the 18 Puranas, Vyasa Maharshi. And I think day after tomorrow we are going to celebrate Guru Purnima. What is that Guru Purnima we are celebrating? It is the birthday of Vyasa Maharshi. Vyasa Maharshi's birthday because he gave so much to Hinduism. He gave so much of knowledge. He divided the Vedas and he saw that the Vedas were protected. Vyasa, he divided it, edited it. That's why he got the name Vyasa, but his real name was Krishna Dvaipayana. And not only that, he collected wrote this thing on. In the Mahabharata, the Bhagavad Gita also was edited by him. Mahabharata, then the 18 Puranas, the great scriptures he gave to us. Then Brahma Sutra, one of the, the pillars of Hinduism. That also he gave. So that's why Hinduism, whatever you see, our religion was given a wonderful turn by this great Rishi, Vyasa Maharshi. Was he a born Brahmana? His mother was a fisherwoman. But by his work, by his nature, he became a great Brahmana, the great Rishi whom we revere. And we are going to celebrate, all of us are going to celebrate his birthday day after tomorrow, Vyasa Maharshi's birthday as Guru Purnima. So, see, by the work you do, by the nature, character, you get all these things. It is not by birth. So that is what I wanted to tell you. So why did I tell you all these things?
all of you should not have any inferiority complex. Oh, I am born into this family. I was in a poor family, uneducated family. I was born into some drunkard family or a bad-natured family. Do not worry. Anybody can rise to any level. You can go to the highest level. You can become a rishi. You can become a great personality. So you have that possibility within you. That's why I took up this word and explained it. And any other example? Where? See, you told fisherwoman, okay, son, and other people you told. Any other great example? What about another rishi? In one of the Upanishad it is told, what is that? What was his name? Satyakama. In the Vedas it comes. Who was he? Whose son was he? He was the son of a prostitute. He became a great rishi. So don't at all have any inferiority complex in you. Whatever you might be, wherever you might be born, you can achieve greater heights. Have that power within you. You are all Atma Swarupa, Parabrahma Swarupa. You are children of immortality. So that's why nothing by birth. Yes, some advantages may be there in birth. Yes, we cannot deny that. If you are born into a good family, you will have a lot of advantages, but nothing to worry. Wherever, see, that Javala Satyakama, he was the son of a prostitute. What did he do? He was seeing all the children are going to the Gurukula, to the Rishi Ashrama, and they are learning knowledge. He too had a desire to learn. He went to the Guru. So if you go to the school, what will the school or college ask you first of all? Who are your parents? Bring your parents. Bring your father and mother. What is your family? Now, he asked. He went to the mother and he didn't know. Mother, the teacher is asking with the Gurukula Rishi that who my father is. Then the mother told, I do not know, my dear child. I was a dasi, I was a prostitute. I don't know to which father you were born. The mother told the truth. This boy also went. Can any child in the school, in front of everybody, tell that I was the son of a prostitute? I do not know who my father is. What boldness do you want? You should have. So he stick on to truthfulness. Truthfulness. He didn't tell a lie. What did Karna do? Karna, though he was a born Kshatriya, he was let in the water to go float because Kunti was a small child and she put it into a cradle or something and put it float on the river, and it was taken by a charioteer. So he had the guts and this thing of a Kshatriya warrior, but he's born to a horse keeping person, charioteer. So he was feeling inferior. So he hid with his guru that he told he was a Brahmana and he wanted to learn. And he told a lie to his guru. So all his life was tragedy because he lied. He didn't tell the truth. But what about this person? He told the truth to the guru in front of all the students. I do not know who my father is. I am the daughter of this mother. He respected his mother, though a prostitute. So the guru told, you are a Brahmana. Why? You have caught hold of truthfulness. That's why his name was not Satyakama. His name was not Jabala. Jabala was the name of the mother, the prostitute, Dasi. Then the guru gave him the name Satyakama Jabala. Satyakama means who is always desires of truthfulness. He became a great rishi in the Vedas. So never have inferiority complex about your birth and environment or anything. Always have your pride about your family, your father and mother, whoever they might be. And you can come up in life from wherever you are, whichever poverty, whichever thing it may be, you can come up your life. So that's why I took up this word and explained to you so much. What is that? Dvijavaryasya So, the best amongst the Dvija. That means he had a very good nature. He had realized he's at a very high state, Medhasaha. He saw there the hermitage of Medhas, the supreme among the twice born. Not all people are at the same level. Amongst the men of wisdom too, there are great people. See, what do you call one of the child of Shiva and Parvati? One name is Subramanya or Muruga. What is the other child's name? Ganesha. What is this? What is the meaning of Ganesha? Gana is group. Isha means Lord. So he is the Lord of the group. Group of what? Group of people who have realized Lord God. So amongst that group, the Shiva Gana, amongst the Shiva Gana who are realized to soul, the Brahmagnanis, the topmost is Ganesha. That's why he's called Ganesha. Another name for Ganesha, Vinayaka. What is the meaning of Vinayaka? Nayaka means leader. Anayako yasya saha. No more leader above him. The topmost leader. Likewise, even in realizing God, there is gradation. Not all can have the same wisdom. So, but you can reach afterwards. But now, there is that gradation. So now, he is the best amongst the knower of knowledge. That's why you can see here. Dvijavaryasya, the supreme among the twice born. He is Medhas. So you are coming to know how great this Guru is. Surata, in his depression, he has come to a Guru, a great person of such great height. So, every word carries meaning. It is full of meaning. So, you have to understand these things. Then you can know and understand and enjoy this. So, this Medhas, this Rishi, this Guru, who is now the main person in this ashrama or this hermitage, is supreme among the twice born. And there, that whole forest, what will be living in the forest? Wild animals, lions, hyenas, snakes, scorpions. In the wild, if you go to some of the bushes here, you will get all those things, monkeys and all those things, wild animals. What about in the dense jungle? But in spite of that, this ashrama was inhabited by wild animals, but they were all peaceful in the ashrama. See the difference. See the wonderful thing here. You should understand that. Why? Because if you practice ahimsa, for 12 years in Yoga Sutra it is there. If you practice ahimsa, non-injury to any animals for 12 years, then you will get the siddhi of ahimsa. Then what will happen? Even wild animals will become peaceful in your presence. Even the criminals will be transformed in your presence. The murderers, even the worst of the criminals will become peaceful in your presence. Ahimsa, if you, non-injury, not harming anybody, if you practice that for 12 years, you will get that Buddha. Buddha had practiced and you become that perfect being. When Buddha was going on the street, there was a wild elephant rushing and killing all the people, destroying. But the moment it came near, Buddha saw him, it just stopped and knelt down before him, became calm and went away. So here, in the hermitage of this Medhas, such a realized soul, because there were such good people, they were living there, all his disciples, and all the other people, the hermits living there, all the rishis, they were such good people and they had such peaceful nature. Even the wild beasts were very peaceful in that area. Have you not noticed? When you go out, go to a casino, your mind will get disturbed. Go to another place, police station, because always they will be thinking of crime and other things, your mind will be disturbed. But now, as soon as you enter this compound, the gate, your mind will be peaceful. Why? The people here always thinking good thoughts about God. So the moment you enter here, this atmosphere will change your mind. You will become peaceful. Likewise, the great realized soul, Medhas, and all his disciples are there in ashram. So because of that life they are living, that wonderful nature of the people, even the ashram had become so peaceful, the Medhas ashram, even the wild beasts were living peacefully. Have you not seen in the life of Shankaracharya? If you read Shankara Digvijaya, he was moving about afterwards to start an ashram. He established ashram in different parts of India. 4 important ashram, they were called Chardham. So one was established in Sringeri while he was going in the forest of the Sahyadri near Sringeri in Karnataka. There Shankaracharya noticed a frog, big frog, bullfrog. It was not a bullfrog, means big frog. So it was giving birth to the young ones. It was hatching. So it was, sun was too much and it was being troubled. The mother, while giving birth, it was being troubled. What was happening? A big snake, Kalinga Sarpa. It opened its hood like an umbrella and protecting that mother frog. Shankaracharya saw this. When he saw this, see, that is the enemy. The Kalinga Sarpa will eat off so poisonous creature. It will eat the frog. Frog is its food. Now such a sumptuous food is there, but it is protecting it because it's giving birth to the young ones. So it is protecting it. So it has lost its enmity. Seeing that, Shankaracharya thought, this place is very sacred. The atmosphere, the tanmatra of this place has transformed even the poisonous brute like this snake into a peaceful creature which is protecting its enemy, the food, the frog. So that means this area, this place is full of good thoughts. Maybe earlier this was a great ashrama where great sannyasins, great sages lived and have done tapasya. Then he established the Sringeri Pitha, his ashrama there. So, see, both vice versa. Peaceful place because the rishis, so it is the human beings who make the place sacred. The place is not sacred by itself. It is just like a stone or a mountain or a cave or any other building. Why is this temple sacred? Because of the kind of people who come here, the good people, they meditate and think of God. So this place has become peaceful. Suppose from tomorrow to this place, to this ashram, only criminals will come. All who does all sorts of politics, rumor mongering people come. Then this place also will lose its serenity. Why? It is the people who live makes a place sacred or bad. That's why in Bhagavata, Srimad Bhagavatam, there is a statement. What is that? Tirthi kurvanti tirthani. How? What is the meaning of that? The people, the saints, the great people are the one who create pilgrimages. The pilgrimage, that sacredness increases by the people who visit it. Who created it? What is Kedarnath? Why did it become Kedarnath, the Shiva temple? Because the Pandavas established that Shiva. They were great people, dharma, of righteousness. So they established that. Even now, we go to the Himalayas, so far off, walk there to have the vision of Shiva. We can have it somewhere here, Shiva Linga. Why? It was established by Bhima and other Pandavas. So it is sacred. So it is the people makes that place sacred. It is not otherwise. That's why when you come to the temple, when you come to the ashram, Swami Vivekananda always tells, you should never talk unnecessary politics or other things. You should be always thinking of God, good thoughts. prayer to God, singing bhajans. I see after coming to temple, chit-chatting, blah, 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 blah. Go to the shrine, instead of working, talk all nonsense, bring all the worldly things, and this place also will be converted into a worldly place. Only pure thoughts, only good things, only the prayer of the God should be done here. Then you can maintain. Swami Vivekananda tells in his complete works the tanmatras when he is describing, because of the good thoughts and the thing, all the molecules and the other things here, they will be converted into a different way. That's called tanmatra. They will be arranged in a way. Anybody coming in that, even criminals, when they come in, the bad people, they will be transformed. So it is the people, it's you who create sacredness of the place. You can also destroy it. So always think. So what is the idea now? You have to make your body itself as a temple. You should be a mobile temple, ashrama, carrying that. So wherever you go, then you can create that aura, that ambience. Wherever you move, then you will become a sacred place. You will be adding to that. Otherwise, you will be destroying it. Always think of God. Always think of good things. So that is very, very important. So he saw there the hermitage of Medhas, the supreme among the twice born, inhabited by wild animals which were peaceful. The wild animals have also lost their wildness, cruelty, and they become peaceful. Why? Because of the great Rishi Medhas, his disciples, great disciples, all the hermits living there. Because of that good nature, they have lost their brutality. They were peaceful. Wild animals were also peaceful and graced by the disciples of the sage. So many, the ashram was looking so beautiful, not because of some decoration, gold, diamond, and other things polished there, painting, no. Because of the good disciples, because of the good hermits, the whole ashram was beaming with joy and beautiful. So that's what it's explaining. You see, graced by the disciples of the sage, entertained by the sage. Now Surata spent some time moving about in the hermitage of the great sage. So what do? What do the hermits do when they come? They feed them. They give them food. They look after them, talk to them very nicely. They give them whatever, little something to drink, maybe the fruit juice or some tea or something in the ashram. Give them food, give them prasad. Then their mind will calm down. What did Holy Mother Sharda Devi is instructed? Whenever somebody is in distress, whenever somebody is in pain, whenever somebody is in depression, anxiety, what is the first thing Holy Mother tells? Feed them nicely. Feed them food nicely, full stomach. Then half the worry, half the pain, half the anxiety will come down. Then afterwards, give words of advice or some peaceful words. Otherwise, what was the great statement of our Ramakrishna, our ideal? Don't give Vedanta to empty stomach. It will not work. Vedanta or your advice or your peaceful words to the empty stomach will not work. So you have to feed them. So now Surata was fed and taken care of, giving him water and other things, peaceful words and nice food to eat. So he was taken care. Then that made his mind calm because he was disturbed. He was deceived by his own people. He's in anxiety. Now this changed his mind. Now you will see what happens in future. See, just by 2-3 verses, so much of meaning, so much of wonderful things you have got. You see, if you just read word to word meaning and go away, you will not catch anything in it. That's why you should get into that, read between the lines and enjoy how the animals are peaceful, how they are treating them, how they are taken care of. So when somebody comes, don't simply go on talking to them. Feed them with love, with great care, good words. Then that will bring down their anxiety, their depression, and they will be happy. So that is the important thing. When somebody asked Most Revered Gautamaనందజీ Maharaj, and myself have seen in one of the question and answer session in Bangalore, one of the Swami Purushottamānandaji was there, not the guru of Nishchalanandaji, but another Purushottamānandaji was also there in Bangalore. So in the question and answer session in a spiritual retreat, he was asked why the sannyasins, they should live in a hut or hermitage. Why do they want big buildings like this? Why big ashrama? Why so much of big ashrama? Small thing is enough. Why do they want big buildings like this? And Swamiji very nicely answered, calmly answered, yes. This we don't need. As sannyasins, for us, a little hermitage is enough. We don't want. This is for the devotees. Why? If you don't build big ashram like this, then you have to build many big mental asylums. Big jails you have to build. Big hospitals you have to build. Because of these big ashramas, there are less mental asylums, less hospitals. Why? Because people, when they come, they get peace of mind. They will improve their health. Otherwise, if you don't have big ashrams like this is not for us. It is for the devotees. Otherwise, you have to build big mental asylums. Which is better? To build big mental asylums, number of this thing, or big 1 or 2 ashrama can reduce hundreds of mental asylums. So, that is, you can see in that. Okay, I think we will continue our study of these wonderful verses in our next class. We shall now endeavor this thing with one of the verses, the Brahmadi Stutihi, the Devatas, Indra, Brahma, everybody are praising Divine Mother, Sarva Mangala Mangalye Shive Sarvartha Sadike. We can hear that.